Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roll up this, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going.
Oh, what's up, everybody? We are here, we are live, and we are back on Hoops and Brews. It's your boy TPJ. As always, we are here talking that NBA basketball. We got a brand new season tons and tons of stuff to talk about. Tons and tons of stuff going on. You know, we do the Hoops and Brews happy hour where it's a lot of random talk. We just have basketball talk. But today, we got about 10 topics lined up. We got special guests coming through all through this episode, including the homie Scott, including the homie Glasses Malone, the homie Joe, hopefully the homie B. Lee slide through as well. So we got a ton of guests coming through. But as always on Hoops and Brews, we drink beer or alcohol, and we talk about basketball. As always, please drink in moderation. Do not drink and drive. If you're under the age of 21, you better not be fucking drinking. Don't do it. It's wrong. If you're under the age of 18 in Canada, you better not be drinking either. It's wrong. I heard about that. Y'all told me about that. But as always, this show co-stars rapper extraordinaire Pavi. Go ahead, talk to the people. Let them know how you been.
As always, man, follow me on Twitter at Pavi World, PAV World, all one word. But what's loud as hell in your background? PAV World.
Sorry.
All one word. Make sure y'all go check out me and the swim team new record, Palos Verdes. It's out right now. We also have another song coming out next Monday. Well, yeah, next Monday called Outside. So make sure y'all look out for that. And yeah, like I said, go check out my new record with the swim team, Palos Verdes. And paverdes.com as always. And you're muted, so I'm gonna unmute you.
And my bad. As always, I keep myself muted. This is why the webcam episodes or whatever. But as always, we bring through the guests. We bring through the heat. Today, we got a Chicago Bulls fan, a Chicago fan like no other. My homie, knowing this guy for damn near 18 years at this point. My brother Scott for the Barber's Chair Network. Talk to him, Scott. What's up? How you doing today, my brother?
What's good, yo? I'm also part of HNB Media TV. Do not.
Oh yes, you are. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
need to be on the graphic.
Part of the by the way, I agree. You do need to be on that graphic. So we need to take some time and go ahead and get that photo shoot so that way you could be up there at the top.
Yes, we do.
Talk to the people about what you actually do on HNB Media TV.
Oh man, I host I'm Not Gonna Hold You, which is an all sports show. We talk basketball, football, baseball, whole thing, man. Of course, we specialize in Chicago sports. Episode 13 went live today. We talk about White Sox win the AL Central, getting ready for the playoffs. We talk about Week 3, Brady going back to Foxborough, everything Media Day, man. So check that out. And of course, I run the Barber's Chair Network. I got so many podcasts on there. It's ridiculous. You can just check all that shit out on there. And yeah, man, just getting to them.
Yes, sir. And as always, man, we appreciate Scott for coming through, blessing us with the knowledge. I know you're a Bulls fan. So before we start the show, before we're going to dive into Bulls talk a little bit later. No, wait a minute. I want to lead this off actually talking about a topic because we got a topic. Okay. I want to talk about Media Day, and I want to start with you. I watched the show today. It was a great show. You talked about the Bulls during Media Day. This was the first Media Day in years that I can remember actually being like, you know what? It's not a clown show. Talk to us about that.
Man, what I liked about it was, of course, Media Day, you know, it's that one day of the season where everybody feels like they got a shot. It's kind of like week 1 of the NFL. Then, you know, eventually teams come crashing down to reality. But it was just cool to kind of feel like everybody was on the same page. I've never seen Zach LaVine smile that much since he's been here. He's, I ain't got to score everything my damn self now. And more importantly, what I liked the most was what I heard from Arturas Karnisovas and Billy Donovan,
aka
AK. Of course,
shout out you for learning how to pronounce that man's name correctly because I
can you say that again for us right now?
Arturas Karnisovas.
Shout out you, bro.
Shout out me. I'm bad with names, but I know how to. But it took me a while to pronounce Giannis' name too, but now I'm pretty good at it. But
yes, so what not Giannis is Giannis.
Yeah, tell my brother that he be saying Giannis all the time. It's Giannis. One syllable. But what I love to hear from AK was like, you know, everybody's been praising the Bulls for their off-season additions, and you even see the new look Bulls picture on the ESPN Instagram. He was up there like, yo, you know, it's a good off-season, but it don't mean shit. We still got to go out there, play our game, and see if we can actually play this well on the court. So I liked how it was business as usual. If it was guard packs, they'd have been kissing their own ass up there. And it didn't feel toxic or anything like that. And it just feels like for the first time in a while, I feel like this team has a legit shot to at least be entertaining and to be a non-playing team. So that's why I like the vibe from this week.
Yeah, I feel you. I like it a lot. And speaking of Media Day, Pavi, what's your quick reactions to Media Day? How did you feel about all of the stuff that was going on? I mean, it was actually a lot of stuff going on in Media Day. Yeah, what's your thoughts?
I mean, as far as the vaccine talk, I mean, for me, it's just like you're a employer. No. You are a employee. So if your job, because like being an NBA player is your job. If your job requires you to do something, then you have to do that. And if you don't want to do that, then there will be consequences. You know, I mean, more power to you if you want to, whatever you want to do. But again, you work for a corporation. If you don't want to abide by the rules, then there will be consequences for you not abiding by the rules. So that goes for Kyrie, Wiggins, all those guys. Like, I mean, yeah, it's just like, yo, like you have to abide by the rules, bro. Like, even though you're a very highly paid player or whatever, you still are an employee. You have a job. Like, if you don't want to abide by the rules, and go make your own league. And if you aren't gonna abide by the rules,
what did I say during all of this George Floyd protest stuff? Go make your own league,
and then you can do whatever you want to do. But as long as you are an employee of the NBA, if the NBA has certain rules, there will be consequences for you not following certain rules. As far as other things in Media Day, I mean, I think maybe the most interesting part I maybe saw was Zion. Like when, first of all, the fact that Zion broke his foot over the offseason is not great news.
Zion gave us a quality meme in his Media Day.
He gave us a quality meme, and then again when they asked him if he loved New Orleans, it looked like he was lying because he was hitting the table too much.
We're gonna actually talk about Zion a little bit more in depth later as well.
It looked like he was lying. I thought Lakers Media Day was really, really cool. They seem like they're ready to go. I'm excited to see them all play. Clippers Media Day was cool.
I mean, they all old as hell. They better be ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, Clippers Media Day was cool. It was like great to hear Ty Lue say that they still have the same expectations, Kawhi or not. I think they still should have the same expectations, Kawhi or not. I don't think it's a bad basketball team. I think it's a good team. Now, will they win a championship? I don't know, but I still think they should have. I don't think they should settle for like a first round out. No, like
they went to the conference finals.
Exactly. Y'all have a good basketball team. Y'all should still be a good basketball team this year. I think maybe the most shocking thing around Media Day, well, not really shocking. I kind of understand why it was Michael Porter's contract. Once they put out actually what it was, and like most of it was just incentives, it made more sense to me. I thought $207 million off right. It's like whoa.
I was like, whoa, like that kind of hot.
I like Michael Porter, but no, 200. But when I know that it was like incentives for All NBA, All Star, MVP, it made sense. But yeah, Media Day was really, really cool. It just kind of to me sucks that it was kind of like drowned out like vaccine talk. I feel like that was like the main thing I heard on Media Day was like who's vaccinated, who's not. It was like if you wanted to get a quote out of somebody, just ask somebody if they was vaccinated or something like that. And I feel like kind of took away from the actual conversation about the teams, at least to me, but
no, I agree with that too. It's like I was getting tired of hearing it too, but it's also like that's just the world we're in right now. And then I think you tweeted a day or two ago, if you want a soundbite, ask about the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? These media guys are trying to get a clip out of them. You know what I'm saying? And they know that these NBA dudes gonna easily fall for it. So, you know, it is what it is. But I feel like now we're going to strictly get into basketball. You know, they even came out with the Woj just tweeted the league is not 95% vaccinated. In about a week or two, I think Jalen said this on Jalen and Jacoby. In a week or two, even people who don't want to take it are going to take it. And we're not going to be talking about this anymore. And it's just going to be strictly hoops.
Yep, I agree. So let's go ahead. Let's bring in our special guest, our other special guest, Mr. Glasses Malone, Mr. G. Loke, as well as the homie Young Joe. Y'all know him from the Hoops and Brews Happy Hour pod. Shout out to you, Joe. I know that actually 2 of the 5 panelists on here right now are Laker fans. So I want to ask you both, Joe and Glasses Malone, what's up, my brother? What are y'all thoughts on the Lakers this year? I'll let one of y'all go first.
My thoughts on the Lakers this year. I'll go first. By the way, what's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Nice to probably meet you, Barbara Chair Scott. And
nice to meet you, man.
Call that man Barbara Chair Scott.
You as well, Glasses, Loke. I've seen a lot of y'all's work. Anyways, Lakers this next season is gonna be it's gonna be. I think it might be a rough start. Honestly, they're gonna start the season off playing against some teams that might have more chemistry. And I think it's gonna take some time for LeBron and Russ to mesh. So I don't expect them to hit the ground running. Kind of similar to how when you saw Miami first got together, they struggled. They started off ripped off the gate. I think like 9-9 or 9-8, and they started to gather chemistry after that. I think you'll see a similar thing here. Just as far as these guys meshing and getting and learning where they like the ball and whatnot. But I really like the team. I really think the sky's the limit though. They can win the championship if everything goes right and they stay healthy. I think it's a heck of a team. They're trying to some shooters around the guys that they need to get shooters around. We'll see if AD plays the 5. That's another big question mark. If he plays the 5, oh my goodness, it's gonna get scary. But we just pretty much. Yeah, I'm just excited for huge season, championship or buzz. By the way, like Melo said.
Yep, I agree. Glasses, what you think about the Lakers this year? I know you haven't been necessarily that high on the Lakers since LeBron has joined your squad. And they and literally, Glasses. We got a comment when the show first started. They said, never mind. Somebody called. They said we got G Malone on here, and then somebody said that we got Scott and TPJ, the LeBron haters. So you've been known to not necessarily always be the biggest fan of LeBron and this Lakers team. What are your thoughts on this Lakers team, Glasses?
Is LeBron gonna play the 4?
I agree. It's LeBron gonna play the 4. It's a great question.
Playing the 4. Is LeBron gonna play like he's been playing his whole career? Or is he gonna finally play the 4 and allow to get the best version of Westbrook? That's what it's gonna come down to. If LeBron doesn't play the 4, it's gonna be a travesty.
I don't. You know he's not going to play that. Are we
gonna play LeBron in the 32 minutes, 30 minutes? If not, it's gonna be a travesty. It's a couple things going in the year 19 that happens for every NBA player. Nobody's above it. If he plays the 4, we got a good chance. If LeBron's gonna play the 4 and we're gonna keep him at 30 minutes or under 30 minutes, you know what I mean? We have a good chance to compete for a championship. If not, it's gonna be a repeat of last year, like I told y'all around the same time last year.
So my question to you also, Glasses, I know a lot of people say that Russ and a lot of the haters, and I'm not going to necessarily call myself a hater because I think LeBron can play with anybody, and I think Russ is like D-Wade on steroids for LeBron because Russ is going to attack the rim and grab rebounds and much more aggressively than D-Wade and start the break. Like D-Wade I'm sorry, I love D-Wade. I'm a fan of D-Wade, but D-Wade didn't average 11 rebounds. He didn't average 11 rebounds while averaging 11 assists. He is going to be like a bat out of hell.
IQ away.
but Russ doesn't have a poor basketball IQ. He just can't shoot. He can't shoot.
I think
he's a career like 41% shooter. He can't shoot. He doesn't have a bad basketball IQ.
Which is why he's not even remotely close to Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne Wade should come on the show and see you and choke you for saying Dwayne Wade before
watch. You'll see. I bet you D-Wade would agree with me.
No, he's not.
I bet you D-Wade would agree with me.
Well, most great basketball players don't know anything about basketball, so that wouldn't be crazy. But the point I'm saying to you is
that's a good point.
I mean, they make the worst coaches. Listen, Dwayne Wade is an efficient scorer. He was an efficient scorer before LeBron James. He was an efficient scorer with LeBron James. He's a scoring guard. He knows how to put the ball in the hole at a high efficiency. That is not Russell Westbrook. That is a completely different thing.
I don't think the ball is going to be in Russ's hands as much this year.
This shit not going to work.
I don't know. I don't think I'm for real. I think LeBron is still going to be the primary playmaker. I think LeBron is still going to be the primary playmaker, and Russ is going to be the secondary playmaker. And if Russ is a secondary playmaker, when we get the rebound, run up court, get easy layups and baskets in transition, catch AD on the trail, catch one of the shooters on the trail.
It's not the YMCA.
What do you mean? You got LeBron and Anthony Davis in the front court. They should be able to grab rebounds and literally outlet pass the ball up court.
How is LeBron in the front court if he's a playmaker? How is he in the front court?
What do you mean? He can still be the 4 and be a playmaker. He damn near have been the 4 and still been the team's primary playmaker. Only different
playing point guard for the
4 is bonus.
Not really.
In LA, he's been playing full on point guard.
Offense, but I don't believe he needs to play the 4. I think he should still play the role of the point guard on offense. He's gonna be if Russ is the primary ball handler on this team, it's gonna be chaos.
I would say this.
It has to be LeBron.
It needs to be.
And no, I don't want Russ spotting up. I only want Russ attacking the basket and trying to get foul or create layups or opportunities for other people. I'm not looking for him to shoot. That's the biggest problem for them.
That's a horrible idea. You're going to make Russell Westbrook the guy that he should play the way he's been playing his whole career. You're going to make him adjust. That is horrible.
He has to adjust. Every great player late in their career has to make some kind of adjustment. He has to make an adjustment.
You know who's late in their fucking career?
Huh?
You know who's late in their career?
Who?
The nigga that's going on year 20.
Okay, and he been adjusting every single year. He played point guard last year. He never played point guard before.
Yes,
he wasn't the point guard before. His rookie year, he wasn't the point guard before. Kyrie was the point guard. He wasn't the point guard. He was not the point guard.
Let's take away all these titles, right? Let's take away all the titles because I think it's confusing when you're 4. That's a specific place on the floor you have to play. That's not just something you just say because somebody is a big guy. It's because you're playing that positioning on the floor. LeBron James hasn't played in the front court. He played in the front court with Miami 2 years at best. True. He played right below the 3-point line. He's always played above the perimeter. So he's never played the 4 or the 5. And if you have him,
when they went small with AD the past couple years, what was LeBron playing then?
The point guard, basically. He was playing.
Then who was playing the 4? Who was the 4 then?
Listen, stop saying who's the 4.
No, I'm asking you a question. How he plays? What do you mean?
In the front court.
He was always positioned in the front court. Always. LeBron, like he said,
LeBron's always been positioned in the back court. His whole
in the front court.
No backcourt. Backwards. I've been positioned in the backcourt.
All right.
He's driving 30 feet his whole career. That's because he's playing in the backcourt.
All right, if y'all say so, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with y'all. So y'all can say it how y'all want to. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it.
I just say this. I think that Russ should be the main ball handler through the regular season in the first 3 quarters of the game in the playoffs. When the fourth quarter comes, let LeBron handle that shit because that's when Russ becomes Russ. And that's a problem that we've seen in the playoffs with Russ all the time. He is one of the top go-to-hell ball, leaders, and they cannot afford that with this roster. But more than anything, they got to stay healthy. It don't matter who the hell is running the team. If the power forward who's a Packer fan from Chicago who will not be named is not healthy, none of this matters. That's really what it comes down to.
You have to reduce the minutes. That's the problem when you get in the year 19 and 20.
That too.
That's why LeBron should be focused on scoring the ball this year, not making the decisions completely. You can't have him rolling 30 feet in year 19. He's too big and too old.
He's going to get hurt if you turn him into a scorer this year. Remember I said that.
He won't get hurt because he has to steps to score the ball.
All right.
He got hurt last year on some fluke stuff.
But also, to be fair, if
remember I said
this, to be fair,
he should not be forced to be the scorer.
Listen,
you have
also,
Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis on your team.
Why does LeBron need to be the scorer than Russell Westbrook? Are you crazy?
Yeah, he definitely is.
What are you thinking?
He's also a better ball handler than Russell Westbrook.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. You just literally told me he's been playing it. Yes, he is. He's a better ball handler than Russell Westbrook. And he's a better passer than Russ.
He probably not that. No,
yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No, he's a great passer, but he's not a better passer than Russell.
No, look. I think I don't know if Russ has the quote unquote vision LeBron has, but as far as when it comes to passing the ball, again, I watched a lot of Washington games last year. I think I even saw Russ in person. I think I saw Russ in person once, and Washington was one of the teams that I watched a lot. He had Daniel Gafford looking like a fucking first round pick. Want to know why? Because Russ dimes big men up. Like Russ is great at driving in the paint, collapsing defense because he's coming so hard and dumping it all to his big man. That's how Steven Adams got $84 million while playing with Russell Westbrook. LeBron James, if LeBron James to me on this team, if I saw a proposed lineup, Anthony Davis, I think I saw Anthony Davis, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Wayne Ellington, Russell Westbrook. That is terrible. It needs to be Anthony Davis, LeBron James, pick a forward, Wayne Ellington, and Russell Westbrook. You give Russ the ball. Also, if you give Russ the ball, Russ can absorb some of the contact away from LeBron and Anthony Davis, which is what you need.
Rolling 30 feet. You need LeBron. You don't need more than 22 points out of LeBron this year.
You shouldn't.
You don't.
So why are y'all saying he needs to be a scorer then? Why are y'all saying he needs to score the ball then? He can get 22 in his sleep.
No, that's not. Again, rolling 30 feet, compromising a power forward and compromising a small forward is not how you do it. You need him to be able to score from the floor positioning of a forward. That's where you need him to score at. You need Russell driving. You need to be kicking to LeBron and AD and get buckets. But if you're depending on LeBron to keep rolling 30 feet, it's going to be a disaster.
That's going to be a disaster, what you're talking about. If Russ is just rolling to the rim and getting LeBron and AD shots, it's going to be a disaster. Remember,
why
I
would
said
that be a disaster?
Because they're not spot-up shooters. They need
don't
the
have to
ball
shoot,
in their
though.
hands.
They don't
Huh?
Again, they don't have to shoot. And also,
All
those
right.
guys will get some of the easiest buckets that they ever
They
got.
ever had in their life.
Like, bro, if Russell Westbrook is flying to the rim like a pistol, jumps in the air, jumping into people, hands the ball off to LeBron, that's a very easy layup. I've seen him do this multiple times with multiple big men who he has made look very good that aren't that good. And also, Russell Westbrook, when has he ever really played on a great team?
Okay, so he did go and take that one to the finals.
That's
man.
it.
Let's not do this.
That's
Let's
it.
not do this. Let's
That's
not
the
do
only
this.
time.
He's been on
That's the
more than
only
a couple
time.
great teams, bro.
That's the only
He's
time.
been on another
That's
couple.
the only time,
We're
bro.
not using that
The
excuse,
past,
dog.
listen, bro. The past 4 years, Russell Westbrook has not been on great teams or teams that have
Weren't
the
you the
talent
one
level.
who said that the
or
Rockets
teams-
were going to the finals when he was with the Rockets?
I didn't say the finals. I did
Yes,
not
you
say the
did.
finals. I
What
did
did
not
you
say
say?
the finals. I said that I thought they could beat the Lakers. And also with that Rockets team, half of the reason was Russell Westbrook pre-COVID and after COVID wasn't the same person. He got hurt. And also, my point with that team was Russ had never had a team I felt that was built for him to succeed. He
Because
was always
it's
a
very
secondary.
hard, which I don't think you can win a championship him
Just
being
say
not being a
anything,
secondary player, bro.
You just be saying anything.
Yeah,
He has to be
Wow.
a secondary
James Harden
player
was
for them to win a
exactly
He
championship.
never played on a great team. Come on, man.
I mean, outside of those OKC teams, to me, outside of the young teams, weren't really that great. The 16 team wasn't that great. You had Andre Roberson in a fucking backcourt with him. You know how bad of a backcourt that is?
You gotta stop. bro.
How?
You gotta
That's a terrible
stop.
backcourt.
Bro.
Am I lying?
They even saying in the chat, stop wild.
Am I lying?
You're
That's a good
wilding,
backcourt.
G. So when they
That
had
16
PG,
team was
so when
good.
they no.
They
Even
had PG? No.
when they had until PG tore his labrum, they was playing great. What are you talking about?
They were okay.
Alright,
They
G.
were okay.
So Russ been on bad teams his whole career.
All I'm saying,
You
before we-
lying.
Listen, before we get to this, you can't lose LeBron James the same way you've been using LeBron. It's over. Every last great player rolls forward into the lineup. Every great player, he's not going to roll backwards. If you do, you're going to pay for it. You can't play him more than 30 minutes consistently, and you can't have him rolling 30 feet. It's going to be a disaster. You can't get 50% of Russell Westbrook. That's a disaster. He's not that kind of player. We've watched LeBron do this his whole career. Compromise players. He needs to compromise. It is year 20.
All right. So Russell Westbrook, right? I'm about to take a look at his career usage rating. His career usage rating. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Okay. Last year his usage rating was 30.2. What's his usage rating gonna be with the Lakers? It hasn't been lower than 30 since his second year in the league.
What was LeBron's usage rate last year?
Let me see. LeBron's usage rate last year was 31.9.
That
And
is
LeBron,
over.
huh?
It should
That's
be
over.
31.9 this year.
LeBron hasn't been under 31 since 2016, 2017 in Cleveland when he was at 30. And before that, he went below 30 since his second year in the league. It's
He
all
needs to
right.
be around 28, 29. He needs to be less than 30 minutes.
The lesser player needs to take the lesser role, and that lesser player is
Not-
Russell
lesser-
Westbrook.
Lesser is a general concept that doesn't make sense.
Nah, it's a
Not-
real
it's not a
concept.
con-
We're
it's
not
not-
gonna say
it's not-
Russ over LeBron. We
Then
take
what you
him,
trade for Russ for if you're not going to let him be Russ?
huh?
Then what you trade for
can't-
Russ
you
for? if
can't-
You
you're
can
not gonna
still
be
let
Russ?
him be
You
Russ,
can't-
but
you
he
can't
can't
100%
hold
let-
the ball like that,
Right.
bro.
You can't
He
100% let Russ
cannot
be
hold the
Russ.
ball like that.
I didn't say every possession he need the ball. He gotta follow away. First of all, he has to go to the bench. Number one, he not gonna play 48 minutes. But if he on the court,
Listen.
let him be Russ.
You want Russell Westbrook to be Russell Westbrook on this team. If he's not, you're not going to win. You
Russ
can't
played
get
36 minutes a game last year. How many minutes he playing this year?
He could play more than LeBron James. They shouldn't be playing anywhere. Listen, Russell Westbrook is your workhorse. AD needs less minutes because of his injuries. LeBron needs less minutes because of his injuries and his age. It's time you actually have a workhorse in Russell Westbrook. Use your workhorse. Use him. Let him work. If you keep trying to play LeBron like you've been playing him, he's going to keep getting injured like he's been getting injured. Mileage on the body is different. You have a workhorse. Let him be the best version of himself. You can get. You would need 100% of Russell Westbrook to win the title, and 60% of LeBron, and probably 90% of AD. But you need 100% of
LeBron to win the title.
That's not going to work because 100% of LeBron couldn't get out the first round last year. It's over.
All right.
It happens to every great player.
100% of LeBron. That wasn't 100%. That
wasn't 100%.
That wasn't 100%.
If we got 100% LeBron, they wouldn't have lost the Phoenix.
That wasn't 100%.
He gave up after game 5.
That is not. That is
that
over.
wasn't 100% LeBron. And also, you're winning. You're gonna get 90% AD. But hold on one second. Let's bring in homie Chris Kidd. Shout out Chris Kidd. Working with the team, HNB Media fan. What's good, Chris? How you doing today, man?
What's good, everybody? I'm good, man. How are you guys?
I'm good. Turn your mic down just a little bit for us.
You came here with that V103 voice, bro.
V103.
How's that, Thomas?
Yeah. That's much better. What's good, Chris? All right. So I know you always have opinions on LeBron. Who do you agree with? Me or Glasses? Who do you think needs to be the focal point of the offense for the Lakers this year? Between LeBron and Russ, because it won't be AD. It clearly won't be AD. I don't think you rely on him.
To give LeBron a break for the first time in his career, outside of what he's been used to doing, it would be nice to see Russ take it. Let LeBron average 18 a game. What's wrong?
It's like he's 37, bro. Like you really trying to kill this man.
This is
37, bro. Like you trying to kill this man.
Yes.
He's still a top 5, top 10 player in the league. Russ is not. Russ is not a better player than him.
But that's not what you asked me, Thomas. You asked me when it comes to the game, who do you want to take over? I would rather have Russell Westbrook take the leadership role. Let LeBron chill. I'm sure LeBron wants to play 82 games. And
he's not a top 5 or top 10 player anymore.
Well, I don't know if that's a debate, but my thing is,
let this man age, bro. He's not
LeBron's top 10 still.
LeBron is still top 10.
He's still top 10.
He's not top 3. He's like No, he's not. I don't know if he's actually.
He hasn't fallen off. What is he doing?
Nah, he's not.
What do you say that says?
Actually, speaking of that, I wanted to talk about this. Top 10 players headed into the season. Speaking of this, LeBron is still there.
LeBron,
KD is not better than LeBron right now to me.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's not better than LeBron to me. He's not better than LeBron to me. He's not better than LeBron to me.
KD been better than LeBron.
All he can do is score. G. He's not better than LeBron to me.
LeBron can't do anything anymore. Let it go.
You said that man can't do anything.
It happened to Jordan. It's over.
I think that Glasses has a beef with LeBron. That's okay.
Stop holding it. Let that man age. The man, look at the man dyeing his beard triple black because you are being ridiculous. Y'all expectations of this human being is unreal. What is wrong with y'all?
You mean what's wrong with Thomas?
No, I'm sorry. I just truly believe that. Player to player. Player to player, you asking me? I'm taking LeBron still. I'm taking LeBron still.
Player
to player, no comparison.
Move everybody aside. Give me LeBron.
Player to player, no comparison, G.
I have no problem with that, but I don't want him.
I'm sorry, LeBron is still there for me.
Yes, but you're the same guy.
No. Look. If KD was who y'all said he was, they would have won that series. They didn't win that series. No,
Giannis is not better than Giannis. It's fucking Giannis.
He's not better than Giannis.
Giannis is not who he is.
Exactly. Giannis is who he is. That's the whole issue. It wasn't Kevin Durant. It was Giannis was fucking Giannis.
Is who he is.
All right. So then where's LeBron ranked then? Where's LeBron ranked?
He's like number 4. Number 3 on my list, to be honest. Now I think
LeBron's number 3 on my list. Still.
Yeah, I got. But I mean, me personally, if I had to, LeBron's still the best player in the league. The only problem, he's just old, so no one wants to give him the credit. That's what it is.
He's not the best player in the league. He's not the best player in the league.
That shit last year.
Saying LeBron is still the best player in the league is like saying Tom Brady's still the best player in the league. He's still good, but he's not the best player in the league.
He's not the best. LeBron is 11 through 15. You can put him where you want.
You're disrespectful.
You're 19.
I said you the OG, but you being mad disrespectful.
11 to 15 as well.
Over.
It's not over. You sound like Thomas 5 years ago when Thomas kept saying his reign's over. This is it for LeBron. He's never gonna make an NBA Finals, and then LeBron come back make NBA Finals.
Listen. This is year 19. He's been injured the last 2 of the 3 seasons. He got put out in the first round last year by the Suns. The year
Because he
before
was
he played
carrying the squad and really literally carrying them.
You've been saying he's been carrying him all his career.
So
You
yes,
know
that's
why
why I want him to get a break.
18. It's over. It's okay.
Not over.
It's
So if
okay
he went,
for people to be better. It's
so
okay.
if he's the Finals MVP, is he still number 11 in the NBA?
One series. He got carried by Anthony Davis the whole time.
That's fine. What do you do in the finals? What do you do in the finals in 2020?
It's not. Listen. So him being the best player in the series and him having the best numbers is not a qualification of him being the best player.
Really?
It was an offensive award. It always has been.
So him kicking ass the regular season with everything going on, I get there in a bubble and people want to put an asterisk next to it.
You talking about the fact that literally he got a 4-month break in year 18? He got a 4-month break off. And
did he not take advantage of it?
But that's my point. It favored him.
But you can't knock that because it favored him and he did his damn thing.
I'm not knocking him. I'm telling you, Anthony Davis was literally top 5 in MVP voting.
As he should.
Defensive player.
As he should.
First team, both sides. And you're saying LeBron was the best player on the Lakers.
I'll ask you this. If AD's not on that, if AD is still with the Pelicans, are we even having this discussion? Is AD even a top 10 player?
Neither guy is making the fucking playoffs.
LeBron's gonna make the playoffs.
He didn't.
Chris, what the hell? Did you just say if he's still with the Pelicans, are we have a discussion if he a top 10 player?
You do good.
Stop playing.
What you mean stop playing? What you mean?
You on the dope.
You do good, though.
It's a good question.
Listen.
Especially with this league now. Hell, you got Luka probably top 3 in your top 10, Thomas, knowing your ass. Luka.
Actually,
let's hear this.
Actually, wait a minute.
Better than LeBron last year?
No.
Yes, and he was better than KD.
Nah, not KD. LeBron.
He was better than KD. Give Luka Doncic James Harden and Kyrie Irving and see what he do.
Are they both playing or they both hurt?
Huh? It don't matter. It don't matter. Give me either one of them. Give me either one of them. You're lying. You're lying. No. Tell me how Tim Hardaway Jr. averaged 19 shots, but Luka don't pass the ball.
Who said he don't pass the ball? Oh, you're talking about Joel.
Exactly. I don't want to hear that, G. I don't want. G. If Luka was playing with James Harden, you telling me he not passing James Harden the ball?
No.
All right, man. Come on.
I will say this.
Come on. Now we just getting blasphemous right now.
I don't think there's anybody on this panel who hates LeBron more than me, and I can't even believe what I'm hearing right now. And this is outstanding.
My top, listen. My top five is
Luka, and Luka.
No, stop. Headed into this year, my top 5 is Giannis number 1, Luka number 2, LeBron number 3, KD number 4.
How you got KD number 4?
Because I'm sorry, G. He just
get
buckets. G.
I'm
he
sorry.
Just gets buckets at this point. He
What's
don't
wrong with
really
getting buckets.
That's all he does. He don't really. No. He's just.
That's how you win the game.
No, he ain't fucking winning last time he won shit. He didn't win nothing.
Hey, Thomas,
he didn't win nothing.
He's this far away from an NBA championship, bro.
It was a half-inch small.
I don't want to hear that shit. If I was a millionaire right now, I would be doing this shit. But I am not, so I'm here.
But you missed
shit.
Listen, he lost to MVP Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron lost to the get-along game. There's no MVP or Defensive Player of the Year. It's a bunch of random niggas. One nigga was hurt.
My G, did you just say
that was nasty.
the get-along game?
Get along game.
You should go jump off that balcony and kill yourself. Listen, this is simple. Your top
actually, number 5, I actually got Steph Curry this year.
Then I
got Embiid. Then I got Embiid. Then I got AD. Then I got Embiid. Then I got AD. Zion gonna be number 10 if he can get healthy.
Zion's not even in the top 15.
PG gonna be in the top 10. PG gonna be in the top 10.
How you got Zion in the top 10?
What you mean? What you
Didn't
mean?
even play the whole season.
Are we
I don't.
serious right now?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You would have knocked LeBron for being hurt and all this and not getting out the first round, but you got Zion in the top 10.
Zion in his second year, LeBron going into his 19th season. What the fuck you talking about? The fuck out of here!
I'm just confused.
It's Zion league now.
What has Zion done?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I forgot one player. My bad. I'm sorry. Actually, let me take that back. I got Giannis 1. I got Luka 2. I got Jokic 3. I got LeBron 4, KD 5. And then after that, you can put Embiid, Curry, AD. What are you talking about? Jokic's the fucking MVP. Shut your ass up. What are you talking about?
What happened to the MVP?
He ain't. Come on,
He
G.
got to the second round.
Stop, G. He got to the second
washed.
round, G.
He got
He got the
washed.
same place KD got.
Hey, the itsy bitsy spider got washed down the drain.
Yeah, he got the same place KD got. KD got his ass smacked up
KD
too.
will
And
smoke.
both of those guys got further than LeBron.
Okay,
It's
and
over. Listen, LeBron
Ain't nothing over. When they get this,
So who your
glasses,
top-
I don't want to hear it.
so who your top 10 glasses?
Me when they get it's
Just
an
name your guys.
MVP, dog. He's playing with an MVP and a 5 dog. Stop making it like he's doing something special. Look at the talent.
Look at the talent. So when he drops 23, 8 and 8, that's mid, I guess, right? Glasses, that's just
No,
average.
stop doing that. Stop doing that.
What am I doing?
Focus.
I'm
It's
focused.
over. Kawhi is a better small forward than him right now.
Kawhi is injured for the
Kawhi-
season with a
Kawhi
torn
not
ACL. He ain't
Wild.
playing, G.
Hold your breath. It ain't over. This is a long season. It's not over. It's what happened to more players. Kevin Durant's a better small forward.
He
than
still
him.
got to come back.
I'm struggling putting Paul George. I just won't, but he's probably going to be a small forward. LeBron James is not a top 10 player anymore. That's okay.
Wow.
It's not saying he's not a top 20. He's
That's
11
insane.
through 15. It's not.
That's
It's only
I'm
because
sorry,
you're
I
holding
can't
on
rock
to
with
the
that.
glory years and you're looking
Not
at his
holding
stats.
on to anything. Did you
You
watch
just
the man
know
play
you
last
watched
season?
him put
He was
out.
killing. Hell, they were up. They were chopping against the Phoenix Suns. Then he got gassed and clearly ran out of energy, and that was that.
I don't want to hear that he got gas shit.
Bro, he was over there doing this.
He can't
Because
be
he's
look,
old. That's
look,
because he's old, by the way. That's
He
'cause
can't
he's
be
old,
washed
by the way.
averaging 25, 7, and 7. I'm sorry.
Bro, he's not. He's gonna average 23 at minimum.
There's not 10 guys in the league that's better than him right now. It's not.
There is 10
Facts.
guys in the league better than
And
him.
I'm not a LeBron fan.
I'll
There's
say
not
more
10 guys in the
than-
league better than him.
I'll
Go
say
I think
ahead.
Scott
Go
said it
ahead.
best. He is probably the biggest LeBron hater on this panel, and
I
he
can't
realizes LeBron's top 10.
I can't
Go ahead,
believe
Glasses. Let Glasses name his 10. Go ahead.
Joker
Blasphemy.
is better. Joker's better than LeBron right now.
Hey, here.
That's
Hey,
fair.
hey,
That's fair.
hey.
It's
Glasses
fair.
for you, bro.
But
The
it's
funniest part is
That's
you
it.
and Glasses don't smoke or drink. That's the funniest part.
Listen, Joker and Embiid are better than LeBron James right
I
now.
don't know about
What?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah, they are. I had him better than all my.
AD and Giannis.
Well, not-
are
we're not
better than
Embiid.
LeBron James right now.
Fair too. That's
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm trying to figure out what Jokic
It
does better
depends
than
on how
LeBron at
healthy
this age.
AD is. It depends on
Everything.
how healthy AD is.
Everything.
He does everything better than LeBron. He
Really?
scores more efficiently. He has
Cap.
more turnovers. He has more rebounds. He led his team to win and didn't get put out in the first round. He's better.
Okay.
Yeah, I take that.
Bars. Hit you
But
with some bars.
The rest of them know. The rest of them know. The other 5.
I'm not taking Jokic. I'm sorry.
So as
Nah,
of last
nah,
year,
come on,
Kawhi's
G.
hurt. So we
You
don't
can't,
know
nah,
what.
Jokic
Last
is
year,
destroying LeBron's stats.
Kawhi and KD were better last year.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna take KD because KD didn't play most of the year. But continue.
Neither did LeBron. He was better.
LeBron played 45
He got
games
you.
last year.
They didn't play most of the season. He's better. James Harden is better. Luka Doncic is better.
LeBron played 10 more games than KD. KD only played 35. It was only 72 games last season. LeBron played the majority of the season.
I'm telling you, he didn't play. He played 10 more games. He didn't play more. He wasn't better last year. It's not better. It's okay. It's better, right? It's okay. Dame Lillard and Steph Curry are better. They're better right now.
No.
This is going on year 19, and y'all still holding on. This is not
Look,
Cavalier.
Look, I respect him dunking. I
Triple
respect
jet
Dame
black.
Lillard, but no.
we've seen the evidence
No.
last year in the
This
first round.
is what he's doing to try to
Everything.
expect. This is crazy. You said he was up 2 games against the Suns. The 2 games he was up, Anthony Davis gave him 40. He loses Anthony Davis, he's losing by 40. Stop
So
being ridiculous. It's Anthony Davis.
No, I think AD is better, but it
Yeah,
depends on
I
health.
agree
If he's
with
not
you.
going to play, then he's not better.
Neither
Your
one
best,
of the
your
guys
best
are
ability is availability.
LeBron got to play too. To be fair,
He
LeBron got to play.
LeBron played more games than Anthony Davis. He finished the finals too with no AD. What are you talking about?
Finished what final?
What final with no AD?
He
The
missed
Heat
it.
finals.
No,
AD
see,
was there.
on the court, bro.
There.
AD was on the
Man,
court.
AD was
AD missed one half.
20% of himself after he got hurt.
That's all
Oh,
LeBron
no.
needed.
And this is
He was barely there. He was barely there. He was barely there after he
Uh,
got hurt.
LeBron is very much a top 5 player of all time. He's not a top 10 player today. Stop being ridiculous. He's just not. It's over.
Right.
And it's okay for him because he's going 20, you're 21, 22. It happens.
I hope LeBron averaged 30 this year.
If he
He's
does,
not
the
going
Lakers-
to average 30.
If he averages 30,
If he does, the Lakers win
Yeah.
40 games.
Yeah, if he averages in trouble. If he averages 30, they're in trouble, bro.
First off,
He go back there like Steph.
he won't play more than 30 games, and the Lakers are not going anywhere.
All right, and this is coming from a Lakers fan. All right, so I want to move on. I want to move on from this this Lakers talk. I think we all got a good barometer of what everybody thinks.
One more thing.
One final thing.
Struggle really bad.
Who? The Clippers. Yes, I agree. One final thing to round out this Lakers top 10. Hold on, we'll talk about this in a second. One last thing to round out this Lakers conversation. Championship or bust this year for the Lakers? What do you take it? No. Which one are you taking? The championship or the bust? I'm taking the bust. It's not gonna work.
I'm going to take the bust. I just don't think they can keep everybody healthy for the whole season.
I ain't even mad at that, man. I hear everybody. I know a lot of people are wondering, can this team stay healthy? Melo's over here talking about everyone thinks can we stay healthy? AD is my biggest question. He's talking about him going through some changes during the offseason. He's focused on his health and body, but he said that last year. And he had hurt. To be honest, and I didn't want to say that, Scott, but I'll let you take it on that one. So I'm really hoping that AD does figure it out, because every time he hits the ground, everyone stops. Like, oh Lord, this could be.
Why he needs to be closer to the hoop.
He's playing the 5, so that benefits it, right, Glasses?
If him and LeBron,
shout out to you, the unique fam.
If him and LeBron play closer to the hoop, they'll last longer.
And that's why LeBron's gonna average 30. He's gonna play bully ball.
For me, if everybody is healthy, when I look at the Western Conference, I don't really see a team on paper that I think is definitively better. I think the Clippers have questions. I think the Nuggets have questions. I think the Warriors have
better.
Definitively better. I think every team has questions. I think the Lakers have questions. I think the Clippers have. I think the Lakers, the Clippers, the Warriors. I think every team for the most part has questions. Outside of maybe like Utah, I think Utah improved a little bit, but still, I think Utah is working out some things. I mean, they got questions. Mike Conley don't be healthy in Utah, so they got questions. I think every team has questions, so I think they can at least get to the finals if everything goes correctly, if they can stay upright. Now, what happens when they get there, I have no idea. But I do think that they can at least get to NBA Finals if everything goes correctly.
Yeah, we said championship or bust, though.
It's championship.
You have to win
That's
the
what Pavy's saying. Championship.
Yeah. I think they can win a ring. If everything goes correctly, I'm gonna trust those guys. I'm gonna put my trust in the basketball IQ of LeBron, basketball IQ of Rondo, basketball everybody
to get in the room. Bro.
To listen, to get in the room and figure out how to make this work. I also think you got guys who they have nothing else to do outside of win at this point in their careers. Nothing else to do outside of win basketball games, including Russ.
All right. So let's move on. I want to actually talk to everybody about this, but let's talk about this for about 10 minutes.
That ain't gonna happen.
Is Kyrie Irving giving the Nets a reason to worry? Glasses, I know you had actually, I believe it was a doctor on your podcast to talk about COVID-19. So I know you have a little bit of some extra perspective. And shout out to the unique fam. She's a female. She said, are there any ladies in the chat? So she asked this question: what do you guys think about the vaccine mandates? All the players, no play, no pay. What do you think about that? Obviously, it seems to be, according to the media, the other media sources and other media outlets, as well as Kyrie Irving himself, that Kyrie might not play depending upon the vaccine mandates in New York as well as in California. Is there a reason for the Nets to worry about Kyrie Irving and the vaccine mandate, as well as just worry about Kyrie Irving in general? I'll start with Glasses first. Let me start with Glasses first.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Nets are always worried about. I think everything.
They're always worried about Kyrie.
I'm worried about Kyrie Irving. KD doesn't worry about Kyrie much, but I don't know, man. I understand the concern. I definitely don't agree that they should have the mandate. I don't agree with that. I think you should have to test. If you're not guilty, if you're not, positive, you feel me? If you're not positive, then they should let you play. I think they're getting out of hand again with this mandate. It's not right. It doesn't really make sense. It's actually a bad idea. If the people are protecting themselves and staying away from people, let them people play basketball. It's just really silly. I don't like that.
All right, Scott, what do you think about it? Obviously, we know we have strong opinions about the vax. I heard you talking about it today on your show, I'm Not Gonna Hold You, which is available right now on HNB Media TV. If you're watching, HNBmedia.com. Talk to us, Scott. How you feel about that?
Man, yeah, I agree with it. I think it should happen. I think the NBA is trying to have a smooth transition to have a successful season, kind of like what the NFL did last year and what they're doing this year. But as far as Kyrie, they have to worry about Kyrie even if it's not vaccinated, because I do think Kyrie will eventually get it. But even if he don't, he gonna come with some other shit to trip about. That's just who Kyrie is. Well, you never know. It might be, oh, it's raining outside. I don't fucking feel like playing today. I wouldn't. It's something. I love Kyrie, but it's always something with him. Whether he gonna find a problem with. Like I said last year, he got hurt, but they lucky that he wasn't healthy, because I feel like he'd have sat out on Juneteenth. I truly believe that. You never know with Kyrie. So yes, it's a problem. I know Kevin Durant don't talk about it, but I know there's got to be a part of KD that is kind of mad that he left Golden State. Like, because you never know with Kyrie. And I also feel like that's why James Harden ain't signed that extension yet. He like, yo, I got to see what this dude going to do. Because I don't want to commit myself to a guy. And like you said, Pat, I think he retiring very soon. I don't think he's signed another contract, whether it could be he comes to season and play 5 games. Oh, I don't like what they're doing here. It's a negative league. I'm gonna retire. Or it could be like a year or 2 from now. So yeah, I think there's concerns. There's heavy concerns with the Nets. We not even talk about on court up to the fact that they didn't add nobody defensively. In my personal opinion, that's gonna help them if they make the finals. He cool, but he's not. I don't think that issue is defense.
He old like LeBron.
You don't like defensively. I mean, we asking him to do like 1 or 2 things.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good piece.
38 and 8. That's the difference.
He's a good piece. I just wanted to see them add like some more defenders. So if
I like defensively, I think he'll be good for them.
As long as
if they meet the Lakers in the finals, who's guarding AD? That's what's going to be the issue right there. It's going to be Cook. He's going to put up all-time numbers. I think that's a problem. So the Nets got a lot of problems. Kyrie's number 1.
I mean, in my personal opinion, yes, but Kyrie is given, first of all, outside of the vaccine, outside of mental health, he don't even be healthy. Number 1, that's the main. He don't never be healthy. We have so many times. First of all, first year in Cleveland, get to the finals, knee fall off.
Blow his kneecap out.
Miss half of the season. He get to Boston, first season, knee dead. Next season, he come there. I don't want to, again, I don't want to down the man, but next year he going through his own personal things, rightfully so. But that was reason to worry. First year he get to Brooklyn, his shoulder was bad. He have a bad shoulder first year he get to Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. Last year he was in and out lineup. Kyrie always give you reason to worry, and part of the reason James Harden is over here, because usually with James Harden, at least you think he gonna come on here and play every single night, because usually outside of last year, which I think last year was probably a lot of the reason why he didn't come into camp the way he should have came into camp. I don't know for sure. Exactly. So exactly. So I don't know how much he worked on his body last year. That's probably why he has some of the soft tissue hamstring injuries that he started to develop throughout the season. But Kyrie gives you reason to worry regardless, outside of the vaccine, whatever, because he don't be there half the time. But without saying all that, I'm not excusing the Nets for not getting to no championship. They still got a good team. You got 2 MVPs on the roster. The hell you mean you can't win basketball games?
You can win basketball games. Why are they going to win a championship?
Listen.
You can win anything with 2 MVPs.
Yeah, 2 MVPs. Harden going out there, I have seen Harden average 35 points before, and I seen KD average 34 on 50% shooting. And we worried about Kyrie Irving. Y'all better figure that shit out.
The Lakers and the Nets have 2 MVPs.
Figure that shit out.
It's different.
Bro, you got 2 MVPs. You got Patty Mills. And this is just me, just off the top of my head. And Blake Griffin can still play the game of basketball.
Yeah. Like Blake do it for another 482 though. Did he get the last out of him?
No. Like listen, like you're not asking Blake to do what he did in Detroit when he's a focal point. He got to go get you 24 and 10 every night. You asking Blake to at best get you 14, 15 points. At best, I still think 14, 15 points a hustle. I still think he can do that. Again, like I said, you have 2 whole MVPs on the roster, and you have Steve Nash, who actually has experience as a coach this year. I thought a lot of the times, I've said this many times before, a lot of times last year, even in Game 7, I think what really came back to bite him was Steve Nash's inexperience as a coach, and that's the reason. And that's one of the reasons why they even lost that game.
He's a vibe coordinator. He's not a head coach. I mean,
no. He's like knowing how to work rotations, knowing about TV timeouts. Like again,
it's this year is really open, and I don't want to just focus it on Kyrie. Like Kyrie got his issues to figure out. As far as the vaccine, I just think that's not correct. I mean, you can't force people to do something, especially with a vaccine that's so young. It's so young. It's really young. So you got to give. It would be right to give people a chance, but they're not. So again, the Nets really gonna have to deal with that. And Kyrie is not gonna budge. He's not that kind of.
He's not gonna budge.
It's a genuine fear about it. So I mean, it's a concern, so there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being concerned. So
I would say that based off the Unique Fam's question about making the vaccine mandate, I like it for one reason, because when you do your research on it, the vaccine does one thing. It really prevents the spread of it. It's not going to stop it. It's not you can still get it, but it does mitigate the risk of you spreading it, and it mitigates the risk of you having serious infection. And I'm not knocking people that
risk of you spreading it.
What's up?
I didn't hear that. It mitigates the risk of you spreading. I thought it just mitigates the risk of it affecting you seriously to where you're in the hospital.
It does both. Yeah, it does both. And if that's the point of this vaccine is to slow down the spread, I think players should take it. Now, I get it. Kyrie didn't want to talk about it. I don't know the reasons why. That's none of my business. He made that clear. It is what it is.
Fear. But it's very young. It's a very new concept.
I'd rather go with the fear of I'm not going to spread it to someone I love or care about. And I'm young. I stay in the gym. I do those things. So I'm not. And he's a professional basketball player. I think, Pav, you said it last year. Like, if an NBA player gets it, they're gonna be fine. You know, granted, their health is in good condition. They're gonna be fine. And I felt that was a great argument, a great point, because they are professional athletes. When you look at the coronavirus, when it first came out, it was really affecting elderly people, but people weren't taking it serious. And if people have health problems and they're 28 and they, drinking every night, it could be a serious issue for a young 28-year-old. Whereas if it's 70-year-old, there's really, you get it, it's a death sentence. So with that being
Harden's in trouble.
Yes.
And Luka's in trouble.
So with that being said, I think as a player, you should, I don't know what research Kyrie has done. Like, I could be...
It's limited research regardless. So
okay, there's limited research, but based on the research that is available, it's not going to harm you if you get it. Now, if you have
you don't know that, Chris.
No, but you didn't let me finish. If you have an effect, let's say, I don't know what effect you can have to taking this shot, but let's say you do have an allergic reaction and you are aware of that. That could be a reason why Kyrie's not taking it. Has he said that? No. Maybe someone in his family has a reaction to it. Does you want to take that because they can be affected?
I don't think it's just as simple as just allergic.
Oh, it's never that simple. It's never that simple.
I think people, it's a genuine fear for people because they don't know the history of it. Versus a lot of vaccines.
I'll give you this. How many of us are vaccinated right here on this set?
Me.
Are you Glasses or no?
Oh.
No? Joel, are you?
No.
So I think it's Thomas. I think he said he was.
Yeah, Thomas is.
So my side effects were a sore arm.
It's not the side effects I would be worried about.
I know. I'm trying to get to a point, though. I'm just trying to get to a point. So my side effects were just a sore arm, because I don't know what your guys' thoughts, Joel and Glasses, but I was like, I'm not getting the vaccine. Mom, I'm good. I'll be fine. I'm going to just wear a mask and stay out the way, which I did. But then my bro talked to me and he was like, bro, put it this way. If you're going to go out and do these things, wouldn't it make sense to be vaccinated? Because if you go out and you do spread it, you're part of the problem. You become the guy that's in practice shooting free throws. If you miss this free throw, everybody's running.
It's a little different, man. It's a little different.
I know it's a little different, but my point is, I've done my research on it and I feel comfortable. So I'm not knocking both of you for not taking it.
I am vaccinated, by the way. I just want to make that clear.
I thought you were, Thomas. I didn't want to speak out on it. My bad. You're good. Go ahead.
Can I say something real quick? Regardless of anybody thinks whatever they now again, this is a new thing. It's only been out for what, 11 months.
I don't even know if it's been that long, to be honest with you.
You don't know the effects it may have 20, 25 years down the line. That is very 100% fair. The reason I took the vaccine has nothing to do with spreading, nothing like that. The honest reason was I was like, the Clippers might make the finals. I don't want to miss a finals game because I couldn't get a COVID test. That's the sole reason I had this shit right now. I wanted to say, but wait. Look, the NBA is a private corporation. Kyrie, he is right fine. Whatever fears he want to have, ain't nothing wrong with that. But if your employer tell you to do something, now you have a choice not to do it. A 100% choice. You a grown man. You a grown man with money. If you don't need the money, is what it is. But if they, as a private corporation, have that whatever rule in, then you got to either abide by the rules or follow the consequences.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Kyrie is giving them reason to worry because he want to abide by the rules. Is he wrong for abiding by the rules? No, I'm not gonna say the man wrong.
Nope.
His health, his bike, do what he want to do with it.
Facts.
But you are hurting your team.
Exactly.
You are hurting your team. But again, it is your body. It is your choice. You can do what you want to do with it.
Which is wild. You want to win a championship, but you don't want to take a shot that can put you in position to win a championship. And then you look down the West.
What if you know the shot will kill you in 4 years? Would the championship still be worth it?
Hey, If that's the
COVID
fate,
can kill you in 4 weeks.
There shouldn't be a correlation.
if that's the fate I'm going towards, I took a bad risk.
Think about that. Think about that, bro. Like, people know COVID is killing people.
This is true.
And they still are that scared. You know, it's not crazy for a black man in America to feel like.
Oh, absolutely. You see what they did to us. Jesus, man.
And the more you learn about the vaccine specifically, I don't want to spread, because I convinced my homie to get it. I was scared for King. You know what I mean, Pav? I convinced homies to get it. But my point I'm saying is, for people who got it to act like there's no genuine reason to be nervous.
For sure.
If you're not nervous, I respect it. Some of us get pulled over by the police, my nigga, and it's a different experience. You might get pulled over by the police and ain't worried. But that don't mean that there's no reason to be concerned. So as far as Kyrie, you know what I mean? I hope he sues them. I hope he does 1,000 things to make sure they treat him with respect. The man should actually, I get it. They already instructed the rules, so it don't matter what they should do. But at a certain place, you got to let people make choices for their own body. And you got to let people take risks. The point of a free country is a free country. People that want to be around him, they got to take the same risk. That's the point of a risk. But to constantly push this onto somebody, not to mention this style of vaccine is a new vaccine. It's not simple. It's not as simple as getting polio shots that been around for 30 years before any of us was alive. Just, allow it to people to come, and come to their own conclusions. You shouldn't bully people. You should give them information.
That's what the NBA I think is trying to do, but Kyrie don't even want to talk to people about that information.
I'm trying to give them information. The whole world is bullying people into something. And it doesn't make sense. They are. They're saying, you can't do this if you don't do this. If I'm in a room full of vaccinated people, what the fuck difference do it make for them?
Well, they can still get it, but the symptoms won't be as bad. That's
not necessarily true.
Yeah.
It is. If my homie got COVID and vaxxed up and he was like, to be honest, it's different for everybody. It's different for every person.
People have been vaccinated and still have been suffering pretty bad. I mean, it's just like
it just depends on the person. But I was willing to take that risk and say, you know what? I'm out doing my thing every Saturday. I don't know all these Negroes I be playing with. They might have the vid. And if I get it and I go see my parents, I don't want to spread that.
I totally understand, Chris. I'm with you.
So that's why I end up getting it. Now, I'm not knocking no one that is not getting it, because I've had that conversation with my mom. She was on my head every week. When you getting the vaccine? I'm like, Mom, bro, like, I know 10 of them homies that I play with. Like, I trust them. The other 3, I feel you, but I stay away from them. Hell, I had a friend that played with the mask on and he's vaccinated just because he didn't want to get nothing because he goes to his grandma.
Platforming the vaccine like the opening day.
Hey, bro, cats out here worried. So I don't blame them.
I don't even want to talk about that shit no more.
All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's switch gears on.
We got caught up like press day and shit. We over
no, but it's fine. No, but it's
like I'm on
fine.
CNN.
It's fine. It's fine because it's fine because Black men don't get the opportunity to have these levels of civil discourse in regards to this stuff and have open conversations with different opinions and be able to relay information. I think that's part of the issue with everything that's going on, is that the information is not being conveyed in a way that is digestible to people. It's being forced, and we know what happens from the very genesis of this country when they are forced to do things. They revolt. So I
if
think
Drake gets the vaccine,
actually,
everybody gonna get vaxxed up. I'm gonna say that now.
I mean, Drake got the vaccine. He go and perform all the time.
All he need to do is do a record called "Vax It Up," and I think like it'll go up.
Yeah,
but
this is the thing. I was having this conversation last night with Cam Buford, and it'll actually be out tomorrow on HNBmedia.com. Voice of the Fans. We talked about NBA top 75 list as well as this same conversation.
I know it's gonna be wild, Thomas.
And no. And I was saying it's not up to celebrities and entertainers to entertain and inform the public about a public health crisis. It is up to the president and the government and the Centers for Disease Control to disseminate the information and to make people feel comfortable. And if they haven't done that, then that is a failure on government, and we just need to figure out a way to better convey that message. And also, as we all said, people just need to give it time. And I think that although the NBA will force them, as Pavi mentioned, it's a private corporation. It is what it is. They're about to be work mandates enforced anyways by the government to make you get vaccinated regardless. So regardless of what Kyrie Irving wants to say or what anybody wants to say, once these actual mandates come from the White House themselves, and these mandates which Joe Biden is trying to pass in regards to the vaccine, this conversation won't be a point. But I also think that this discourse is good. So let's go ahead and wrap this up, and let's actually talk about something else that's going to get everybody hot and fired up. Ben Simmons versus the 76ers. What should Philadelphia do? Today, we had my man's Ben Simmons' teammate, Joel Embiid. He was asked about Ben Simmons, and basically he said that he felt as though the team gave up a lot in order for them to be able to win with Ben and then keep the ball in Ben's hands, including getting Al Horford and getting rid of Jimmy Butler. It seems that they are heavily, at a crossroads where I think they're reaching the point of no return. And I think as Wiggins continues to kind of push in regards to him not wanting to get vaccinated, and Ben Simmons also not wanting to play, I think we'll slowly start to see a Warriors Ben Simmons trade kind of open up and formulate, because I think at a certain point, for the 76ers, the risk is just ultimately just kind of, too high to just continue to lose pieces. And I think he's too valuable of a piece. And for the Warriors, I think Wiggins is worth parting with. And I know, Steve Kerr said, yesterday that he feels like he might play Jonathan Kuminga a lot at the 4, play him more at the 4. If those guys don't necessarily fit where they want them to fit in, I can see Philly saying, just give us some pieces, give us some picks, and we'll work it out. What are your thoughts on what, Ben Simmons versus the 76ers? Joel, I'll actually let you go first this time. How do you feel about Ben Simmons versus the 76ers?
I think Ben Simmons versus 76ers is very interesting. Probably like one of the top 3, top 5, if not top 1 headline headed into the NBA season, which I think is going to be great. So I just can't wait to see how it unfolds. I definitely think Philly got to unload him. I don't think they should be in any sort of rush to get rid of him. They kind of actually at this point, maybe they do need to be in somewhat kind of a rush. About a couple weeks, training camp is starting pretty much now, and preseason will be going in a couple weeks. But I think they should definitely try to get as much as they can for him. I don't think they should rush and try to get him out of there quick. Some of my favorite offers that come to my mind, possibly maybe Dame or CJ from Philadelphia. From Portland would be nice. I like the Oklahoma, maybe getting a haul from there with including Shea, maybe getting De'Aaron Fox. A couple of deals really pop out to me. But I think it's top tier NBA drama. Like, it's the number one, arguably, story heading into this next season. I think Ben Simmons is extremely talented. So I definitely think any team that is looking for some sort of centerpiece or somebody to possibly win a championship with, they should go get this guy now, because I think his potential is as low as his stock is right now in the streets and everywhere. I still think he's worth the gamble. So just somebody should go ahead and go get that man. But like I was saying on one of the Hoops and Brews podcasts, Ben Simmons' name, you can't say it in the streets right now. Has Danny ever mentioned Ben Simmons' name? You get the craziest reaction. Oh, he sucks. He's trash. Get him out the NBA. It's like, I definitely think that's overblown, and he'll still have a great career and be a heck of a player. But it's just not. It's not going to be in Philly. So let's see how that.
All right, go ahead, Pavi.
I just think Philly just bombed the situation. And, I can understand Ben for taking this thought. First of all, they've been trying to trade him for like 24 months on the lowest of keys. Seriously, like they've been trying to trade him for at least 2 years. And he's heard trade talks. So, and then again, you come out. I know the Ben Simmons thing at the end of the game was a huge thing, but that's not why they lost that series, bro. And for like people to kind of like break it down to like that moment, yeah, I'm sure he does feel away and does want to move on, as he should. I think they bombed the situation, should have traded him a long time ago. I'm sure he made this clear to you that he didn't want to come back sometime in August, and you tried to just let it hold over, see if maybe, and then also you did the thing of like destroying his trade value. If you were going to trade him, why would you say some of those things? Oh, we don't think we can win a championship with him. Why would you say some of that if you try to trade him, man? You should be talking him up like, oh man, he's a great player. Maybe, I don't know, something outside of what you just said. So I feel him. As far as Joel Embiid's comments, it was funny to me because like, I don't know how much better Joel Embiid got since he done been in the NBA. Like Joel Embiid kind of came in the league and been the same player. He was great when he got here. I think the only thing he's really done is been healthier some years. And also, even with him, I want to be more in the post. I don't even know if that's true. He likes dribbling the ball and handling the ball and shooting step backs. That's the way he likes to play basketball. So I did think that his comments were a little bit funny to me, just because How many times have we yelled at that man to get on the block? So much. Also, I watch a lot of old basketball games. I didn't see people run pick and rolls in the literal paint. As a coach, as a GM, as a whatever, it's your job to figure this shit out. Figure it out. And then also, one more thing to mention is I don't think they've really had a healthy playoff run in a minute. Outside of last year, which they got upset. The year before, I think Ben Simmons got hurt. The year before, I forget what happened. Oh, they lost in that game 7, the buzzer beater shot by Kawhi. It was Jimmy Butler sprained his ankle. People don't remember this. Jimmy Butler sprained his ankle down the stretch. And then even Embiid was mad about the Butler thing. The thing about that was, bro, letting them go may not have been the issue. But you traded for Josh Richardson. That was the issue. You let him go for Josh Richardson. So I just think Philly just in general bombed the situation. I think Elton Brand made a lot of uncalled for moves, like paying Al Horford that $140 million. Remember, I think we were all shocked when he got the deal. I thought he was going to, remember he had, I think, $30 million left from Boston. He opted out. We was like, oh, ain't no way he going to see that. And then Philly come up 4 years, 140. So I think the Philly just in general just bombed the whole situation. And at this point, it's probably best for both parties to just move on, start over, and do something different.
I'm gonna say with Philly, first of all, Joel was 100% correct, almost 1,000% correct. Like they fucked up when they traded Jimmy Butler. To me, that was the only time where I gave them a legit shot to even, get to the final. Of course, they were one Kawhi shot away from making it, but Jimmy was a guy who can go out there and get you buckets in the games. It's something that Embiid can do that, but it's not as effective when you have a big guy doing that. And also, to me, it made Ben Simmons be able to do what Ben Simmons does. Now, as far as I disagree with Embiid hasn't got better. I mean, let's not forget he was basically the MVP favorite before he got hurt last year. But that also has to do with he also stays hurt. I think Philly is in a fucked up position because it's like that they've been trying to trade Ben for 2 years while shitting on Ben. Like you can't do that. If you're trying to get rid of this guy, you need to keep his trade value as high as possible. So I don't even know realistically what they can get back from him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not going to come back. I think that's all. We all know that's not going to happen. When you see when superstars are disgruntled, it's pretty much going to be a trade. So it's not a matter of if, just a matter of when. But when he goes, as much as I love Joel, I don't know this team's. I don't really think this team can do anything like if they don't get a decent return back. Now I don't think Portland would do this deal, but if they were somehow able to get Dame Lillard back for Ben Simmons, that would be perfect for Philly. But as far as this actual comments, I don't think he was wrong. I think both sides are actually right. I agree. I understand why Ben's not fucking with the Sixers, and I understand why the Sixers ain't fucking with Ben. I really don't think he's that impressive. I think he's very, very fucking overrated. Might be the most overrated player in the NBA. I don't see what much he does. Like, and the fact he didn't do himself no favors in the playoffs. I've never seen a guy just not be aggressive like him. And the shit I saw against the Hawks was just inexcusable, man. So I don't really know where Philly goes, man.
I definitely disagree with Brody. Ben Simmons is probably the second best athlete in the NBA today. On any other team, he's probably an MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, future of both. Ben Simmons this year had the least amount of shots he's had in his career. He still averaged a decent amount of points. He's only been 10 shots in the playoffs. He shot the ball in the second round 8 times. He still averaged at 60%, still averaged 8 assists, still averaged 7 rebounds, top-tier defense. I think Doc Rivers did a horrible job of getting him looks. I would blame Ben Simmons if he shot the ball and just missed it, but the fact that he didn't shoot for 4 or 5 fourth quarters in that series lets me know it's a coaching problem and it's an organization problem. They don't like Ben Simmons. They don't value Ben Simmons. They're going to regret it. Ben Simmons is unbelievable. You take 4 years of any NBA player's career, and they've played in the NBA 4 years. Very rarely have anybody made the All-Star the first 3 of their 4 years. Very rarely has somebody made 4 All-NBA teams, whether defense or just All-NBA. Steals champion, Defensive Player of the Year runner-up. You give Ben Simmons 15 shots, he's an MVP in this league. The Sixers built the team around Embiid. They play too slow. Ben Simmons is probably the best transition player in the game today. He has no chance to really be in transition. Philly should get rid of him. You know, if they've put their foot in their mouth, and they're going to regret it because he's going to go on and be You know, it reminds me of Giannis real early in Giannis' career. If you look at Giannis in year 4 or 5, you didn't see it, but you seen glimpses of it. With Ben Simmons, you see a lot more clearly. And if you get him in the open court, I think Golden State Warriors are crazy if they can't. I think they may be trying to wait for the value to go down, but it's no way you don't get Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is somebody that's going to help you win today and is the future of your team.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not mad at any of them opinions. I mean, I've echoed those on a few of our shows. I just think that ultimately, whoever gets him will definitely get a player that's amazing. Like I said, I think he could be better than LeBron now. Now, I was tweaking in retrospect, but at the same token, as you mentioned, Glasses, what he's done already through his career, his value should be much higher. And I think a lot of that is perception, and a lot of that is just it's him not really having an ego. The funniest part about watching his documentary on Showtime was that you saw a very young guy that that had a very high ego, and now I don't really see that same individual in the NBA. I see a guy that's very passive and seems to be timid, and like he kind of he talks and postures himself a little bit more assertively than he actually is on the basketball floor. And I didn't expect to see that version of him. I thought he was going to be much more aggressive when he came into the NBA, much more of an attacker, much more of just an overall like physical presence. And I don't physically feel him on the floor. And although he's the best defensive player and he plays great with finesse on defense as well as playing solidly with finesse on offense, I just thought he would just be much more of a much more aggressive player than he is now. And I think a lot of that is on him and a lot of that is on the organization.
What's funny is the brothers not from America, they don't have the ego. The reason KD is number 1 and Giannis is number 2 is because Giannis doesn't have an ego. And I think we're so used to seeing players play with, especially black players, play with that chip on their shoulder, that when we see somebody that thinks somebody is better than them, like last year in the playoffs when he was like, oh, Kevin Durant's the best player in basketball.
Yeah.
Then proceeded to team out in the game and go on to win a championship and give the Suns a 50-piece nuggets in the last game. He showed you who was the best player. Doesn't matter what comes out of his mouth. And I think we're just used to black players having this chip, this attitude. Yeah. And when we see other people from other places, they are brothers, but they are a different kind of brothers. They don't feel their country did them in. They don't have the same attitudes that we grow up with here. Mm-hmm. So I think we don't take their basketball serious. But I've seen Ben Simmons. He is not a joke. He is not a fucking joke, man. He is serious, and he's going to be tough to deal with. He's going to be tough to deal with, man. That type of talent doesn't even happen. That guy is 6'11", and he can guard Trae Young. Trae Young needed a pick to deal with him guarding him.
Also, I would say, like, up to TP's point about him not being aggressive, I realize the situation he came into. Like, he gets drafted, but he breaks his foot. But that's the year Embiid comes out and plays those 30 games and gives you like 23, 24 points. You're like, oh shit, we got to build a whole team around Embiid. So we come into a situation, even though he's a number 1 pick and you think he's number 1 pick, like most number 1 picks, everything is for you. Like, once you get picked number 1, the whole team is yours. He goes there and he's automatically the complementary piece to Joel Embiid. So it's like, yeah, you can say he's not but it's like his mind frame is different from day one. I think if he goes somewhere where he's like, okay, here go the ball, bro, it's all you, he may turn out to be a different player than what he is right now mentally. But I think it's just
if you put him with the Warriors, he's the MVP next year. That's a cold bar for you.
We're gonna name the episode that.
I think he goes to the Warriors, he's the MVP next year. Steve will get him 15 shots. He'll average 20 plus points, average 10 assists, he'll average 9 rebounds at minimum, and they'll win 50 plus games. He'll be the MVP. It'll blow your mind.
Unmute yourself, TV.
And whatever you said, TPJ, nobody can hear you.
Nobody heard you. Muted yourself.
Sorry. So let's. Oh, my bad.
Whatever you
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. No. I was gonna say we'll see, but I was gonna say let's go ahead. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Bucks. They're coming off a championship year. They did lose PJ Tucker, but they were able to retain Bobby Portis this season. Do you think that they finally have gotten the monkey off their back, have gotten the the big win that they needed? Do you think that that finally with Giannis being in a position where he's coming in as no longer the underdog, he'll be able to lead this team to back-to-back championships? Are they the favorites in your mind to win the championship, or are you taking another team from the field?
I don't really, the thing about this NBA season, I don't really know who's the favorite because I feel like every team has legitimate questions. But I do say that the Bucks are coming in with a lot more momentum than they did last year. I think the biggest issue with the Bucks last year was, can Giannis make that, that leap of, as far as making plays when the game's on the line? That was a big criticism, especially in 2019 and them losing the bubble in the second round. And he completely shut everybody up in that. And then also the question was with me and a lot of people was, can Chris Middleton be a solid number 2? I think he proved that too. He had a great finals. And so I think that monkey being off their back is going to really, really take them
your head glasses?
to the next level.
Because it's not
Why
about
you shake your head?
Giannis.
It's not about what?
It wasn't about Chris Middleton or Giannis.
And then what was it about?
You know who it was about.
Who?
You know it wasn't about. You know that defense. You know what that defense was about.
Who?
You know who brought some more heart and soul to that defense.
Don't start with this.
That boy from California.
No, you talking about Drew Holiday?
That defense, listen. The thing
I'm not upset, but no.
I don't think that was the main factor, though. They've always been a good defensive team. It's just when the game was on the line, Giannis and Chris Middleton would disappear.
It wasn't that. They did the same thing now. The difference is they can get stops when they disappear. That was the only difference. You had PJ Tucker that can help you get stops. You had Drew Holiday, who was a monster. And I'm not saying it takes nothing away from Giannis, but that team is a defensive identity team. They have to get stops. They always going to go through scoring rough patches. They only have one really great offensive player. They have one probably all-time top 50 great offensive player, probably 25 great offensive player, and they don't have another guy on the court that's a great offensive player or a good offensive player. They have great defensive players. So getting Drew Holiday completed the cipher as well as PJ Tucker. They could defend for those moments when they couldn't score. When they would have droughts, they could still get stops. You couldn't score on them. The backcourt didn't give up a lot of shit. Bledsoe and Drew Holiday is night and day. Drew is a different kind of dog. So again, creating that defensive cipher is different, man. You filled it up. And now with PJ gone, that hurts. But Portis took another step as well defensively. That team needed to be complete defensive. And it allowed Giannis to be able to figure out what he needed to do when it was time. They got stops when they couldn't score because they went through the same droughts last playoff that they had the year before. The difference is you went through a drought. Like when they held the Nets to 83 points, you went through a drought. That was the difference between the 2 years before that. And it's really important that we give credit to Drew Holiday for completing that defensive cipher and PJ Tucker for being able to give 6 fouls.
I mean, I feel you, but Drew Holiday is not the reason why I'm looking at them to repeat. I think Giannis this year has to come out, and I think he should win his 3rd MVP this year. For me, it's MVP or bust this year. For Giannis, it's back-to-back or bust. Like, if you want to be one of the all-time greats, you already completed Kobe's challenge in terms of challenging you to MVP. But if you Giannis, if you want to be one of the all-time greats, which I think he's already, to me, in my top 20 all-time.
He already won back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about back-to-back championships. I think if he can get a back-to-back championship under his belt.
Top 15 guy right now.
It's debatable. It's debatable. I can put him there, but it's still debatable. I think for him to go into that upper echelon of like all-time guys, where we put him on the list with the Hakeems, with the Kobe's, the Tim Duncans, the Shaqs, and get in a back-to-back and winning the MVP this year is the ultimate test, for Giannis. I think he can do it. I think it's very, 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 very close and very, very well within reason. So I think that he can do it. I think he 100% can do it. And I think that if he does do it, he goes, honestly, to me, if he wins MVP this year and back-to-back championships, he's higher on my all-time list than KD.
I would bet he was. He won 2 MVPs. I bet you.
No. That'd be 3 MVPs and 2 championships.
I'm saying if he needs to win 3 MVPs and 2 championships and a defensive player of the year, 2 finals MVP to be better than Kevin Durant, something's wrong with your fucking list.
So
he's better than a lot of people at that point. He's better than a lot of people. If he wins 3 MVPs, that's as many MVPs as Larry Bird. If he wins a defensive player of the year, there's only 3 players who won an MVP.
Yeah.
There's only 3 players who won. So there's 5 players who won an MVP and defensive player of the year. There's only 5 players. There's only 3 players who won in the same season. There's only 3 players who won a finals MVP with those things. Trust me, those people are not in the conversation with this guy. He's way past it. He's doing shit that's unprecedented, even if we're not looking at it.
I guess. But I also think
But see, this is my thing. I got Steph Curry higher on my list all time than I got KD. And I think if Giannis wins the MVP, back-to-back championships, I'm not going to put him higher than Steph because Steph still has the back-to-back MVPs and he got 3 rings. But he right on Steph heels for me. Like for me right now, it's Curry 11, KD 12. Giannis wins a ring this year, it's going to be Curry 11, Giannis 12, KD number 13.
You have Steph Curry on your all-time ranking over Kevin Durant?
Yeah, I do.
Me too.
3 rings. 3 rings, first unanimous MVP, 2 MVPs.
It's not crazy. It's
He's
wrong,
averaged
but
he's
it's not
averaged
crazy.
32 years. He's averaged 32 years in the league. What are you talking about?
Yeah, me
Nah. I got Steph Curry over.
Kevin Durant.
Well, then tell Kevin Durant to win another ring.
My thoughts on the Bucks are I do think the Bucks lost a little bit. Like I do think losing PJ will matter. Like I think losing PJ will matter. I think PJ Tucker, he's what a couple time all defense player. Like it was even
fresh. Who drops a 50-point triple-double in a closeout game?
Yeah, like
TP. It's not the same this type of shit. We looking at something different. We just at the first half of it. This shit is different.
Hey,
like,
if you saying he better, if you saying he higher all time than KD, then that's you. I ain't saying that yet though.
Triple-double closing out.
Yeah, it's crazy. No. Like
this is uncharted territory we going into. We just ahead of it, and he doesn't have the LeBron train of celebration. But this shit, this motherfucking Greek man is doing this mother shit. You gotta see it.
No, like game 6 of the finals is actually probably one of the best 3 finals performances I've ever seen in my life. Magic Johnson, I would say Jordan's last game because Scotty's back was dating still at 45, and Giannis is now wherever you want to rank him is wherever you want to rank him, but it's definitely in like the top 3. But going back to what I was saying,
finals closeout performance ever.
I wouldn't be mad if you said that. But going back to the thing, I think losing PJ will hurt, but they did pick up, I think, Grayson Allen, like you said. I think Bobby Portis took a step. But also, I think for them, you count on everybody taking a step. I think you count on the fact that
you also get Dante DiVincenzo back who's your starting shooter.
Yes.
Who Joe said it didn't matter.
Wait. You do get Dante DiVincenzo back, but also, again, I think you count on the team as a whole taking a step just for the fact that we've been there and we've won. We went through adversity. We went through game 7s on the road and won that game. Like, I think you count on the experience. And also, Giannis is still, 25, 26 years old? You count on him getting better. So I do think PJ was a big piece that they lost. Like, even though people would look at him and say, oh, KD put up these numbers on him. Yeah, but on a lot of shots that were there for the game winner or like big shots, he missed them because of PJ Tucker and his good defense. So I do think that you lost that. But again, like you said, you get Dante back. You picked up Grayson Allen. I think you count on the fact that Giannis is still young and improving. You count on Middleton to be better, Holiday to be better. Like Middleton and Holiday won a ring and they also won an Olympic championship same offseason. You think that coming off that, these guys are now proven winners. Like they are winners. Yeah. So you think that you take this into next season and yeah. So I wouldn't say the favorite. Actually, no.
That's what we're gonna say. And it's funny because I'm with you.
They are the favorite. They the favorite. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't say they're the favorite.
I wouldn't say the favorite, but like
I would say Nets, Lakers, Bucks. But it should be Bucks.
Yes.
Nets don't have defense. Nets don't have defense.
But you think they gotta again, if everybody is on the court, because we do not know. But you think you have a
hold on.
But you think you have a Kyrie Irving, you think you have a Kevin Durant, and you think you have a James Harden with a Patty Mills, with a Blake Griffin, with the whole season of actual chemistry. I would assume that would be the best team in the league. I would assume.
No,
I like the Millsap
best offensive team.
I like the Millsap pick up way more than everybody else.
That's fair.
I like the Millsap pickup. I actually thought the Bulls should have picked him up because the Bulls don't really have any size in the front court. But I like the pickup. But defensively, defense wins championships. The Nets don't have defenders.
The thing about what the Nets,
that's also why to me they also like this topic says contenders are mystery. They're a mystery to me. The Bucks are not a mystery. I know what I'm getting from the Bucks. I'm getting championship level defense.
Hold on,
and championship level offense.
Real quick though, with the Nets, I do think that's the conversation. Like, in order to yes, usually you had to be a great defense team, but if your offense is so great and overpowering, like again, one of the things that helps your defense is if people are taking the ball out the net every time. Again, like I said, I think that KD and Kyrie need to be 50, 40, 90, and Harden need to be around like 40, 45, 38, something like that. If they can do things like that and put together an offensive performance in which we've never seen before, you can win with that. You can win with shit that's historic. If they have a historic offense, you can
And they're
win
not
with
gonna have
that.
that against the Bucks. They're gonna have to get some stops. They're gonna have to get some stops.
I agree, and they won't be able to do
I better
it,
this year than they was-
which is why I'm not taking them.
better this year than they was last year. I'll tell you that much.
Who?
The Bucks will be a lot better this year than they were last year.
Nets will too.
Yeah, that too. I think
Nets
Nets will
in that
too.
series. The Nets
Again,
were 3-2 in that series with half their players.
They wasn't half their player.
Yes, they would half their core players.
They missed one player.
In the series, no. What game Kyrie went down?
Game four.
And Harden was.
Yeah.
Harden was on one leg.
Harden was on one leg.
Dante DiVincenzo went out there.
Harden, if you need 2 MVPs to beat 1 MVP, you
The
probably
whole team as a group was better.
no, they weren't better. They just played defense. That's it.
Joe Harris was shooting like 20% from the 3-point line. He like the top 3
Yeah,
shooters.
Joe Harris was
defense.
point
Because
check.
of defense.
If you looking
It's
for
actually not.
Joe Harris was missing wide ass.
Wait. It actually wasn't because defense. It's because he was tired as fuck.
from guard.
You had the man playing 50 fucking minutes.
Exactly.
All of them were tired. Even
Bad coaching.
even KD's last shot. Literally, it was like, I am tired as hell, bro.
Not to
I don't
mention-
feel like playing no other overtime. Huh? Listen. What do you mean?
If you're not gonna keep Giannis below, if you're not gonna keep Giannis below 55%, they kept KD below 50%. The Nets wasn't gonna win. It's not because nobody was hurt. You gotta score. You gotta score efficiently. If you're gonna let Giannis score 58%, you have to. The game is about efficiency.
I think KD averaged.
in they sleep with them.
I think KD was like 50% that series.
49 and some change.
49, okay, 49.
But I'm saying, but that's not good for a 7-foot player.
I
that's
agree.
not gonna
You
get
gotta
it
be at 50.
level. Giannis shot close to
55, I think. Yeah.
58.
What about
You
their
gotta get stops.
3-point percentages?
Don't matter. That's the point. The problem is not that is the Bucks offense wasn't so traumatic, to where the Nets couldn't stop them. They didn't get stops when they needed stops. They didn't stop Giannis. Giannis was way too efficient. Chris Middleton didn't have a good series. He had a horrible series. I think he shot like 39% in that series. Drew Holiday didn't have a good offensive series. The difference was the offensive series the Nets needed to have, it needed to be, like Pavi said, all world. And it's not going to be against the Bucks.
What percentage did Giannis shoot that year?
Also, I'm gonna reiterate this again. I think Game 7 came down to a lot of bad coaching management. Like, bruh, there were times when Coach Bud would at least get Giannis like a TV timeout.
I mean, it was bad coach off between both of them.
But no, listen. At least the one thing Coach Bud did was manage his rotations.
I think Coach Bud coached his ass off this year.
This year or last year?
What, last year?
There was moments in which the series in which is like, what are you doing? But at the same time, one of the things I do think he did really well was manage rotations and manage minutes, which I don't think you can put like a price on. Again, like getting somebody a TV timeout, in theory, it may look like 40 seconds, but that's like 3 minutes of actual real-time rest. There was no reason that Kevin Durant needed to play 55 minutes. You mean to tell me you can't throw DeAndre Jordan and Landry Shamet on the court for 30 seconds, G? While Giannis not out there? He got to be out there. Even the last shot was a product of I am tired as hell. What the fuck was that?
Listen, at the end of the day, it's no excuses. It's not because somebody was hurt. Same thing I told KD. It's not because somebody was hurt. It's one MVP versus one MVP.
I'm crying. You told that
I
man
mean, no series, dog.
on the floor, you told that man that.
I mean, I told him. Don't cuss me out, but it's true. I don't want to hear you needed another MVP to beat one MVP.
It's that simple. That's all it comes down to.
It always comes down to that. It always comes down to that. If you need James Harden and Kyrie Irving to just beat this man, you got a problem.
I mean, I like how you keep that same energy though with LeBron. Like, is that what LeBron is one MVP versus how many what MVPs his sons got?
Nah.
And
So I kept the same energy.
It's fair though. Yeah, that's why I said that's fair. I like that. You keep that.
Yeah, if it's one MVP. I think if Kevin Durant would have guarded Giannis, they win the series.
He was trying.
He was trying.
He
It
was
wasn't
getting
working.
cooked.
He did his best.
He was getting cooked. He tried.
He was preserving his offense.
Giannis a lot.
He was getting cooked. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's get ready to get into one of the final topics. I want to know who's everybody's sleeper team for this year. Pavi, I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh,
Who's the
don't
team?
put me on the spot first. Let somebody else go first.
Come on, why
I'll
you
go.
can't go first?
I'll go.
This
Go.
man, we
Go,
started
Cap.
this show on hot takes. He ain't gave a hot take in years.
Yeah, Pappy trying to be
He be giving safe takes now.
Wait,
Pappy
wait,
get
wait,
his
wait,
safest
wait,
takes
wait,
on the
wait,
internet
wait,
now.
I got
Let
one.
me hold on, wait. Let me look real quick, and then I'll tell you. My sleeper team of the year. Looking at it, you know what? I think the Detroit Pistons are a play-in team this year. Actually, no. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the Boston Celtics. I think the Boston Celtics got better from what is the word? Addition by subtraction? Yes. I think the Boston Celtics will be a top 4 seed in the East, maybe 3, and I think they will be better than what a lot of people think. I think Jason Tatum takes a step. I think getting rid of Kemba Walker was good. I think Kemba, shout out Kemba, shout out Hurley Walker. But what he was going to give you offensively, he was always going to get picked on more defensively than what he was going to give you offensively. I think getting rid of Kemba Walker, I think having Marcus Smart, you got you have Neesmith, you have Brown, you have Tatum. I think that the Boston Celtics will be a lot better than what people will think, and I think Jason Tatum will be an MVP candidate this season. So I think the Boston Celtics are my sleeper team to be a lot better than what people think they would be this year.
That's actually not a bad take. My sleeper team, I'm sounding like a homer, but I'm going with the Bulls. I think the Bulls
Fuck
can
you.
be I'm going with the Bulls. I think the Bulls can be a top 4, top 5 seed. Of course, health permitting everything, but I feel like a lot of people, at least a lot of national people, will say, well, they're going to be an 8th seed. If it's an 8th seed, it's a disappointment for me because with this talent they have at the bare minimum, they got to be 6 at the bare minimum. So I think if things break down right for them, I wouldn't be shocked if I saw them in the East Conference Finals. I mean, Philly's got questions. I don't really know how much Lowry takes Miami over the top. And Brooklyn, we don't know if they're gonna be stay healthy or not too. So I think the Bulls got a chance to surprise a lot of people.
Oh, cool. I guess I'll go. My sleeper team is pretty easy. I was talking to the homie the other day about my top league pass teams next year. I was the Lakers, Nets 1-2, but my sleeper team is going to be the Hornets. I think they're going to have a heck of a season next year. Hopefully they come out, they shock a lot of people, they finish top 5. I love some of the young talent they have, and I love what they did in free agency. They picked up Kelly Oubre. I think he'll bring another tough aspect to that team, some aggressiveness, and he can jump just like a lot of those guys over there. So they'll be a lot of fun to watch. They also added Mason Plumlee. He's a solid center to hold it down, catch lobs, and rebound the ball for him. So yeah, definitely the Hornets spotlighting keying on guys like Miles Bridges take another step. He played really well towards the end of the year last season. He closed the season really well. Once Hayward got hurt, he came out there and held it down. Also, Hayward will be healthy to start the year. And they also have Terry Rozier, who had a career year last season from 3, shooting about 8-9 threes a game at like a 40+% clip. I just think it's a lot of fun over there. PJ Washington is a heck of a young player as well. A lot of fun over there in Charlotte. So that's definitely going to be my sleeper team. I hope they go out there and stay healthy and they shock people. Hopefully, also LaMelo Ball, first All-Star appearance next season.
Yep,
My sleeper team is the Jazz.
That's fair.
How are they a sleeper team?
But,
They were the number one
Jazz
team.
a sleeper team.
yeah. Like, is that really a sleeper team, though, bro?
They were the number 1 seed.
I think they can come out the West.
Yeah, but is that crazy though? Is that really that crazy though?
Trust if the Jazz came out the West, is there a person in this room that think the Jazz could come out the West right now?
No.
I wouldn't be necessarily shocked.
Yeah,
either.
I wouldn't be shocked.
We'd be shocked.
I swear to God, I wouldn't be shocked. No, they wouldn't.
TP, tell the truth.
No, they added
The Jazz came out the West.
They added Rudy Gay. They added Hassan Whiteside. They have what they already had.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked.
I think the Jazz is my sleeper team. I think
I
the
picked them
Jazz,
to go to the finals last year. You remember me and you? We
yeah.
said Bucks Jazz. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
Okay, Jazz, that's fair.
Jazz.
Pick somebody else though, bro. Pick somebody else, bro. Don't say Jazz. Pick somebody else.
So what are we picking them to do?
Be better than what anybody expects.
Yeah.
Anybody expects.
Tom, you keep cutting off your mic, huh?
Sorry.
Can't pick the Blazers, but I don't think the Blazers gonna do it. You know what's funny? Can I pick somebody that I think is gonna be worse than everybody expect?
Go ahead.
I mean, I guess you could pick a sleeper worse team. Yeah.
The Mavs.
No, they're gonna be way better.
That would be fire.
Actually, now I'm glad my brother. I'm glad you said this. The Jazz are gonna be ass, and the Mavs are my sleeper team of the year. Luka, we back in the building. MVP year for Luka. If it's not Giannis, remember I said it. Book it, stamp it, write it down right now.
That's a good question. Who are the top 3 MVP candidates this year? We know Giannis is there.
Luka.
Giannis, Luka,
Embiid.
Luka.
I don't think Embiid this year.
Steph Curry.
I don't know if Steph is.
No.
Was he
No,
top?
Tatum. I think
Zion Williamson.
I think Zion is going to be top 5.
Tatum. And I'm going to go on a limb. If you say the Bulls going to be good, Zach fucking LaVine. Let's go.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that.
Hit the button.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm thinking about it. Who's going to be the MVP? It's going to be tough for anybody to be better than Giannis.
The thing about it is,
Giannis still got to do a lot to get it because he won back-to-back.
Yeah,
like, I think if Luka has an even okay season, and let's say the Mavericks finish like top 4, I think Luka will get it.
I don't know. I don't think it worked that way. I think Giannis comes out this year and averages 60% from the field, 30 points a game, 13 rebounds, 7 assists. You got to give it to him.
Yeah, but even they get voters fatigue. That's probably why LeBron's never gonna win another.
Nah, if he do that shit, that's
LeBron
crazy.
ain't gonna win another one because he ain't been MVP in a long time. And Giannis and LeBron ain't Giannis. It's different. The efficiency level is different. Everything about them shits is different.
Y'all got me defending LeBron today. I don't like this. I do not like this. I can't stand fraudulent 23. I'm glad he changed his number, by the way. But man, this is a whole nother thing I'm getting to. So let me tell you.
He really hate LeBron. I don't hate LeBron.
I can't. Since 2003, I just do not like that guy.
Steph, so where do the Warriors go?
I'm not expecting much from the
right now.
They got
because Clay's
not coming back to Christmas.
That's why they
even when
need
he comes back.
Simmons. They need to do Wiggins for Simmons, and we'll have some action.
If Philly gets just Wiggins for Ben Simmons,
The
Daryl
way they
Morey
talk
needs to
about
be
him-
fired where he stands.
The way they talk about him, why would they not trade him? They talk so shit. They talk so bad about him.
This is they do, but whew, and I'm not even a Ben Simmons guy, but Andrew Wiggins is a waste of cap space.
Stop doing that.
He's a waste of cap space.
Stop
He's
doing
a
that,
waste
man.
of
Stop
cap
doing
space,
that.
bro.
Stop doing that. Stop doing
Andrew
that.
Wiggins
Stop doing that.
is a 40-degree day. In the words of Stringer Bell, he is a 40-degree day. Nothing about him gets you excited. Nothing. He got the talent. He got all the talent in the world.
You know
He just
good
don't care.
and damn well when it's been -10 for about a week, you have 40-degree day, you are outside hooping.
I have not been in Chicago for 7 years. No, the hell I don't. I turn my heat on when it's 60. So no, I don't.
That's absolutely hilarious. But final question of the night. Is Zion Williamson's foot injury worth concern, or do you expect him to be
Hell
okay?
yeah, he done got hurt every damn year he been in the league. Yes, it's worth concern.
I'm not concerned about it.
Yes,
You know why you should be concerned?
Why?
Because he walked into the motherfucking thing with that motherfucking tight ass jersey. That nigga weighed 300 pounds.
Oh, right.
That nigga is huge, man. He ain't said no to no meal. That nigga be Oliver Miller in 3 years.
But bro, with the way Zion is like built, do you think he can even lose weight though, bro?
Yes. LeBron built the same way. You got to lose.
He has to. He has to.
He is too big.
LeBron not built like
I'm sure.
Zion, though, G.
Yes, he is. I'm
Nah,
sure
Zion way bigger than LeBron.
G,
though.
Zion.
That's what I'm saying. He way bigger. I'm sure something wrong with his foot. Look at his motherfucking ass. Jumping all out the gym like that. You finna kill nigga, you ain't be lucky you still got ankles. I don't know how the nigga got what them things in the middle of your knee that you hurt.
A meniscus.
ACL.
Oh, that shit should be gone. Bro is too big. That little kid is too big. That's a
Said
big
that
old
little kid.
man. That nigga like a big ass baby. He walk in there and he wear that shit extra tight and shit. Nigga, take that shit off. That was the same size. He is too big, man. That dude got to get down at least to 250 or 240. This
I
nigga
don't think he can get down that low, bro.
I don't
think
think
he can get down that low, bro.
I
Good
just
luck.
think
He
Zion
He
is
can
needs
get
big.
down that low, bro.
He needs some salads. He needs salads. He needs asparagus. He needs to make a disciplinary change. That guy is too big to be doing that. He jumped too high. You can't do that.
I don't think he can get down that low, bro.
You can't do that. Larry, what is big?
God.
You need to at least be Larry size.
I agree, but I don't think he can get down that low, bro. He a
Yeah,
big
yes,
dude,
yeah.
G.
He eat too much. He eat too much. Over there eating all them chicken sandwiches and Popeye chicken sandwiches down there. That nigga got to make a lifestyle change. He is not gonna last.
Ryan.
That is a big old kid, man. That's a big old baby right there, dog. That's a big guy.
Gotta make
Yeah, he finished that shit feel like a G unit tank top. Remember old G unit tank tops? That's how that nigga Pelican jersey look.
That's definitely gonna be the name of this episode. Giant jerseys feel like a G unit tank top.
It do.
Remember how
That is
feel like a
100% the name of this episode.
Feel like a G unit tank top.
That's 100% the name of this episode.
5X. Fit him like that, man. That dude is too big. He got to lose it. You a professional. That's when you got to sacrifice as a professional hooper. He can lose weight. He's a big old guy. He need to lose weight. You get him one of them nutritionists in there, take some of them millions. Stop getting them chicken sandwiches. Get him a nutritionist and have somebody sit around him and cook all the time. He got to make some disciplinary changes, dog. That's why. Look at his feet.
I agree. But this is my whole thing when they drafted him. I'm like, bro, like, how do you have a 10-year career like this? You got to play 82 games.
Watch out.
He ain't gonna play 82 games, period, till he stop jumping.
But also, like the reason why I'm concerned about his foot injury, right? So that's his doctor on YouTube I watched. Now, granted, obviously it's YouTube, whatever. But they went over the fifth. I forget the name, but like he's a prominent doctor who does all the sports injuries. If you type it in sports injury, you'll still see it. Okay. But he injured the fifth metacarpal. The fifth metacarpal is where his Jones fracture is. The good thing for him is the way that he described it was like it's a overworking injury. So this would be like the fifth metacarpal, but like maybe like the bone, not the bone, but like the place right below where a Jones fracture is. And it's on the outside of his foot and not the middle of his foot. So if you reach down on your foot and you like go like the end of it, like basically where your pinky is, that's what he broke. So it's injury for concern. I mean, it's cause for concern because it could be a Jones fracture or by a Jones fracture.
If he didn't weigh 330 pounds.
No, but even like KD even missed a year with it. Remember, like when KD.
So if KD missed a year, he might miss 4 years.
No, he not. They said he's gonna be back before the start of the season. His broken bone will come back. He's gonna be healthier. I think y'all too concerned. Zion's gonna be top 5 MVP candidate this year if he's healthy.
He's an amazing talent. He's last year he was 27 and 10, 60%. That's crazy.
Well, it was like 27 and 8, but yeah,
same thing, close enough.
Yeah,
but
true.
What I'm saying is he got to lose some weight.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a big old kid right there, man. That guy.
Yeah, man, he's listed at 6'7", 284.
That nigga is 6'6", 307. That's a big old dude. That dude had that shit all real tight and shit. His shorts all tight and shit. Like, boy, man, come on, man. Listening to too much Drake. That's a big old baby. That dude, he not extraordinarily big to y'all.
He is, but he been big though. He just big, bro.
Oh man,
I don't like, bro.
I think he's just a big dude.
He's just a big dude.
Just sitting on the couch eating Cheeto puffs.
But bro, he even said like if he like lift weights, he gained like 10 pounds immediately.
He should stay far away from the weights. He should do nothing but push-ups and lettuce. Nothing but push-ups and lettuce, bro. That's a big old dude, man. That little dude big.
And on that note,
eat another human being.
And on that note, thank you all for watching Hoops and Brews. Everybody, let's go ahead and get your plugs in. We're gonna start off with Joe. Talk to the people, let them know where they can find you at.
Yo, what's good? Thank y'all for having me again. What's Hoops and Brews? Find me on Twitter at the Jolts, JOLTSS. Instagram East Ghost with a 0. All right, I'm out.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Joe. And as always, we got the big homie Glasses Malone coming through, following through. Thank you for coming through today, Glass. Talk to the people. Let them know what you got going on.
Follow me on Spotify, because that's the only place that really matter.
All right. Follow Glasses Malone on Spotify. And as always, we got Brother Scott, part of the HNB family. Talk to the people. Let them know what you got going on.
Oh, man, got a whole bunch of stuff going on. You follow 79th the Hallis, 79th A&D Hallis on Twitter. We're going to be dropping the Bears Lions preview podcast on the Patreon this week, patreon.com/Barbershop Network. So check all that out. Should be a new Summer Sessions out tomorrow. So at Barbershop Network on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at Barbershop Scott. Check out new I'm Not Gonna Hold You, HNB Media TV.
Yes, sir. The new episode of I'm Not Gonna Hold You is available now. It's available every Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you go and you check that out. We get all kind of Bears talk. You get all kind of NFL talk. Scott even talks baseball, which I actually enjoy the baseball talk because it gives myself an opportunity to be able to learn about what's going on in the league. I'm not gonna lie. You are the single reason why I became a Shohei Ohtani fan this season and why I started back watching baseball this year
Shohei the
because
God.
of you. So the MLB owes you a check because they gotta,
Yes, they do.
because they definitely got me back watching baseball again.
Yeah,
so shout out to you, Scott.
it's like 5 black people watch baseball, so I'm glad to be in that 5.
Exactly. All right, Scott. We'll get up with you later. Thank you. Appreciate it. And as always, it's your boy TPJ. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at RealTPJ. That's REELTPJ. It's a film joke. If you don't get it, you damn dummy. And as always, this show is Hoops and Brews, co-stars, rapper extraordinaire, Pavi. Talk to the people. Let them know what you got going on.
I wear glasses. Follow me on Spotify. Type in Pavi on Spotify and follow me. I'm the guy in the suit, not the other one. So yeah, follow me on Spotify. And like I said, man, my new record with the swim team, Palos Verdes, is out right now. Make sure y'all go play that. Do everything to it, Palos Verdes, and we got a new record called Outside coming out next week. And make sure y'all go play all my stuff, man. I got a whole catalog. Play it all, listen to it all. Yeah, check all that out.
Yes, sir. And shit. Go ahead. Follow me on Spotify too. SPKR. That's my music name on Spotify. Follow me on Spotify as well. And as always, man, it's been Hoops and Brews. Please don't drink and drive. Always drink in moderation and drink responsibly. We appreciate you guys. You guys came out and showed up for us today. As always, please make sure if you're watching this video right now, drop a like on the video. If you're watching this video and you spent all this time watching it and you didn't drop a like, you're not helping us out. Drop a like on the video. Leave a comment. Let us know what we should talk about on the next episode. Always feel free to hit us up on Twitter at Hoops and Brews. That's Hoops, the letter N, the word Brews, where that's the same across any platform. And until next time, we will get up with you guys later. Stay fresh like you got a contract. Peace out.
Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roll up this, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going.